boys and girls, I'm Nick in the States, and I'm sitting here today playing a wonderful, beautiful blue 335 style guitar from the good folks at Bad Cat. So you guys might have seen my live unboxing. Live! First of all, apologies it was so blurry. It's the first time I've tried a live broadcast, and I had no idea what it was going to look going out from the setup that we had. So my next time, I will experiment more. See if I can make it work better. Woo! But this is the beauteous baby darling in not fuzzy HD YouTube goodness with the inlays and the Bad Cat on the headstock. So what be this? This be a made in China, shipped directly from China to me, Bad Cat. It's an EC-335. It's their 335 style guitar. And these guys go for anywhere in the $265 to $3 and change mark, shipped to you in the US, and I believe probably similarly priced if you are in Europe. Other countries, kind of go check their stuff. BadCatInstruments.com, put it down below. Sorry. Yes, no, that's right, BadCatInstruments.com. Also on eBay, and I think they may have a reverb store. So that important stuff out of the way. This guy is a beautiful blue burst, and if you kind of look over my shoulder here, you can see that I'll move over. Ready? I love blue guitars that are big. I've got one of my favorite longtime guitars, my blue burst ES-135. Really dig. And this fits right in with the motif, and it's actually a perfect twin to my Michael Kelly. This bad boy. When you put them next to each other, it looks like the same guy stained both of them, which is very cool. So, not too heavy. It is a semi-hollow Gibson 335 style, or 339, or Epiphone Dot, or 355, or 345, or a casino shape. In this case, it has a nice center block. It's actually, if you look in the F-holes, which isn't always the case, but look in the F-holes, it's actually very nicely built, very clean in there, very cool. It has, I'm going to go to big camera on this because you can see it the best. It is a beautiful quilt top. 2 chrome covered humbuckers. Look at that, folks. Harley Benton, take note. That's a pickguard cut well. Isn't that cool? 2 volume, 2 tone. Coming in here, you can see the real abalone inlays in the rosewood fret neck. She's a little dry. I haven't treated her up yet. There is your Bad Cat. Really cool. I have irrational love for the graphic, the image, the inlay that is their logo cat. So that's that. This particular one has a set of Grovers on it that I don't think Grover ever made themselves, but that's all right. I've actually had conversations with them. I'm going to try and maybe not do that so much. But you can see it there, and that is not a photo top. It's a real maple veneer of sorts, and you can actually tell that the best if you look through by the F-holes. You can actually see where they did some slight over sanding on that little one, and really see the wood grain through there. So unless they photocopied really imperfect wood, not so much the case. But it is definitely waves of water over a white sand beach, kind of pretty. What else will we show you here? So inlays with that. I cannot tell you how many pieces of wood make up the neck because it's really not that translucent. Natural back, no flame there. Does have a serial number and does have made in CN. So it is being honest about its origins. So very cool. I will tell you, just in the vein of being honest, especially if you saw the live demo or the live unboxing, that it came and the frets were not great. In fact, they definitely had a lot of challenges, and a poorly cut nut, and some high frets and frets that weren't quite seated. Did talk to the guys at Bad Cat about that. Apparently they had a bad run, and they're actually going to make right with anybody that got guitars from said bad run. So that's really, really cool. They're standing by their stuff, and hopefully we'll have another Bad Cat demo to do down the line of a slightly different guitar as part of that process. But anyway, I spent some time, gave it some elbow grease. She's not perfect. I need to do a little bit more fretwork, but at least now with the nut cut right, And the majority of the frets in good working order. And all tuned up, right? Let's check it. Oh. Woo. We're in tune. Very kind of nice. The pickups are actually Epiphone Alnicos. I don't know if they're 5s or 2s. I'm going to guess 5s. They are definitely not wax potted, so they are microphonic. And we'll see how this next thing goes as I step on. Rig details as usual, as of late. Polytune 2 from TC Electronic. MXR 78 Badass Distortion for Super Crunch. EHX Soul Food for slightly push tones. Joyo California Sound for Mesa E Goodness. Hollow Frame Reverb, not used because we're using a PV Bandit 112 that we've double mic'd. Yay! But MXR. Percussive and kind of attacky. Don't go too loud with, especially this particular pedal combination. She squeals like a mofo at like loud volumes. Jimmy Photon, who probably will be commenting if you look down below, will describe. He's on one of the forums and was describing a bleed mod thing that he does that really helps microphonic pickups. Microphonic means that if you jack the volume up, the pickups will still pick up like the amp, and you get a really weird, kind of uncontrollable squealy feedback. They tend to get knocked, but people forget that the original PAFs were also microphonic. So there's there's some truth in the history there. Anyway, on to the guitar. The stuff. She even Chuck Berry's, as she should. She's the shape. She does the blues because she's blue. What? No. Okay, bad joke. I'm gonna move on. Soften things up. Just a little bit of soul. still semi-hollow, she still lends herself to a little bit of being played in anger. Heard her squealing in there, like I foreshadowed earlier. Yes, the pickups, that is not the lack of the hollow body feedback. That's microphonic pickups. Okay. So overall thoughts, right? The pickups are good, not great, but good. Definitely serviceable. I think in this price range, they're right up there. The microphonicness, deal with them as you will on that. For most room volume and for what I would play this for, it's going to be fine. And there are ways of dealing with that, or swapping them out, or wax potting them, or doing a bunch of things. Build quality on this particular one, the guitar itself was built very well. The frets, with the exception, of course, of the frets and the issues there, like we already addressed, but we're working on those with the guys at Bad Cat. I was originally a little concerned because if you look at the bridge, it doesn't have a lot of angle to how the bridge is mounted to the body, and I worried that it would not intonate. But in fact, it did pretty easily once I got the other issues sorted out. Only the negative, the three-way switch on it is a box type, and it does feel cheap. The pots in it are the mini alpha pots, but they work just fine. I have no complaints there. I think that they're doing their job, really well. But she is very, I like that it's a healthy neck. It's not a full baseball bat, but it's getting in the neighborhood. But I really like the way she feels, especially now I like the way she plays a lot. I think what I'll end up doing is probably doing a pickup swap in this at some point, and we'll do a video for it, just because for my styles, I need to be able to play them in anger. As I said, Jimmy Photon's got some cool circuit thing that he does to help roll in, roll off stuff and a bunch of neat things. I may investigate that, or I may just put in a set of Buddha pickups or something Duncan-y or a couple 57 classics, something like that. That actually might be interesting because this bad boy has 57 classics in it, and maybe we'll do a head-to-head comparison. Other things on its way. Oh my god, you know what's coming. They will, that sounded really bad. This guy is going to get a Bixby B3 with a Towner DTB on it. Toot sweet right away, as in maybe after I make this video. And I still got to get a little bit more fret work done because I do have some buzzing on the low E as we come up through here. But I'm having fun doing that. Anyway, the last thing, if you order these, they are shipped to you from China. And if you came here during the Chibson era of things, it's very much a similar process as this is being shipped directly from the factory, which means after you order, it takes a couple weeks to produce, and then it takes a couple weeks to send. I think to save from disappointment, if you're expecting 6 weeks, you'll probably be happy because it will show up in 4-ish, something like that. Just part of the process of getting these. You can buy them on eBay, you can buy them on at badcatinstruments.com. And then, inquire, see if the guitar is in stock, maybe it'll ship sooner, that kind of stuff. You never know what they're sitting on versus what they're going to have custom made. So that's the ordering and advice type stuff there. The guy, Jason Chengzi, who tends to run things there. Seems like a really good guy. I've had good conversations with him. And hopefully we'll see some more stuff in the future. And it's great to have another option out there, even if there is a little bit of adventure and lack of instant gratification compared to some other the vendors out there, the Bentons or whatever. But worth checking out, if for no other reason. The cat logo is just awesome. Come on. And it's a good take on a headstock without being Gibson copying. They're not affiliated with Bad Cat Amplification. So anyway, once again, I've gone on too long. Oh gosh, me, do that? No, I would never do that. Of course not. I've been Nick in the States. Yes, folks, I have issues. It's been a pleasure sharing them with you. Take care.